display the poster of the inaugural session. As I introduce our chief guest of the session, Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, the Digital Ambassador and Chairman of Vision India, Digital India. Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, sir. Sorry. Dr. Hari Krishna Maram, sir, is the Vice Chancellor, Universal Digital University, USA, and a digital brand ambassador of Vision Digital India Chairman and founder CEO, Imperial Group Trust and Imperial College, Bangalore. He worked more than a decade in a leading pharma MNC. The Government of India has recognized his work in the field of management and management education from the last 24 years on numerous occasions. He is also a part of UGC committee. Dr. Maram has published a wide range of books, research papers. Apart from co-authoring a number of textbooks, he has presented numerous papers on management, and his articles were published in various newspapers, journals all over the world. He has extensively traveled over 40 countries to get the global perspective on management. Not only this, he is a research guide of leading universities in India and a renowned professor at international universities, and addressed more than 100,000 students and faculties across the globe. His views were telecasted in many channels like ND7B, CNBC. Besides being an excellent academician and educationalist, Dr. Maram is involved with a large number of CSR activities. He is an international and trustees of Lawrence Super Specialty Eye Hospital, Conservation in Bangalore. Throughout his lifetime, he has received various awards like prestigious King Hood Award from UK, Samna Seva Shushan from Shubham Trust. The award list goes on and on. He has been chairmaning many organizations. So the list goes on, and as we are running out of time, your profile is so long, and you have achieved so many things in your life that we cannot describe in a small, brief profile about you, sir. Thank you so much for accepting our event and being with us. Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much.
I request you to deliver the inaugural address and open the iGen Green Day, and each one say one plate, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And the green greetings to everyone who are sitting digitally.
Sir, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. We are just sharing the poster of Earth Day. Each one share one campaign, sir, which is already initiated, and the knowledge partner is iGen. And I am very much thankful to Earth Day, the whole team. It was a very great, and they have a very big partner with that. Whenever anyone taking pledge, one tree is planted by the partner organization. That is what the idea by the Earth Day. And our thank you so much, Karuna Jain ma'am and Ajay Mittal sir, taking the iGen as a knowledge partner and promoting throughout the globe. That is what which is we are very happy. The reason is we come out with a research for 3 years, 4 years, and come out with the concept of the 9 mantra to implement to save 1 unit per day. So that concept is now taking by a international organization and taking across the globe. So that is as a first year anniversary, it is the great credit for us. Thank you and salute to the whole Earth Day team.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kalyan, you can stop sharing. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So wonderful, sir. Wonderful, and greetings on the iGen Green Day. So this plant is to all you people. So I appreciate the great efforts of the Institute of Green Engineers, and headed by Professor iGen Ramesh and the entire team. So I would like to congratulate bringing these wonderful initiatives on the towards developing the green nation. And definitely it is a great tribute to the missile man, Bharata Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the 11th president and the most popular president of India, who rose from a small town from Rameswaram to Rashtrapati Bhavan, and a paper boy can able to become a president of the largest democratic country, that is India. And this year we are celebrating the 90th birth anniversary of our most popular president, Dr. Abdul Kalam. So this is a great tribute to him. And I am a president of his movement called Lead India Movement, which started by none other than Dr. Abdul Kalam way back in 2012. And we started the foundation called Lead India Foundation. So now I head as a president of this foundation. And recently, just a couple of days back, on October 15th, on his birth anniversary, we created a world record with the support of large number of people like you. What we done is, we done a 30 hours live webinar, bringing 148 speakers from 47 countries, talking about his initiatives, talking about, because he always talks about the Pura, that is providing urban infrastructure in rural India and transforming the youth. So that is how the Lead India is started. And I am happy to see that the Green India is also his dream. And IGEN is taken that initiative and doing, the entire team is doing a great work on towards building this green nation. And I appreciate, and I was just listening to wonderful work what you people are doing on various areas, and you are able to get a great people part of this. And I would like to congratulate all the people digitally here. I think today closely around 1.5 billion people across the world, the student population, unable to attend classes because in the classroom they are unable to attend because all the campuses are closed from last 7 to 8 months across the world. So from primary education to PhD, these 150 crore students, they are unable to attend. Now everything is becoming online. So when it comes to India, again, we have a largest education system with more than 1,000 plus universities, 49,000 colleges, 950,000 primary schools. So just imagine the kind of number we have today, around 37 crore students in India studying from primary education to the PhD. So today, in the last 7 months, if you can imagine the kind of usage of paper is drastically come down because it is only online sessions are going on. So most of the faculty is sharing the PDF notes and some lessons which are recorded sessions. So much paper is saved. The same way, using technology, using the digitalization process, a lot of saving of paper is happening across the world. The other finest example on this area is, just imagine 10 years back, if you want to travel in a train, you have to buy a ticket and the ticket is printed on the paper. So today, 90% of the people who travel in train, they don't carry hard copy of the ticket. So it is a IRCTC. You just go there, you book the ticket, you just show the SMS to the TC and you travel. You just show your ID card, you travel. Just imagine in a day, closely 79 to 80 lakh people, they book tickets and they travel in trains in normal days. So that many papers are saved. The same way, if you just imagine today, because of this digital transformation, how much paper is getting saved. So the next future prospects is the digitalization of our textbooks, because education sector is the one sector which use largest quantity of the paper. So if we can able to save, I think we are saving the plantation, we are saving the earth. So today, if you look at the global economy, we are 100 trillion economy, and the most prospering, the most countries which are doing extremely well are the countries which value protecting the environment, maintaining the greenery. You just look at across the world, the countries which give so much importance on greenery, so much importance on environment, they are prospering. They don't have so many COVID cases. They don't have so many deaths happening because they value the environment. So today, the future is only this is the way we can able to save this earth. We can able to protect ourselves, because these kind of pandemics are coming because of the negligence what we done on our environment, on our society. So that's how these all things are happening. So I think iGen is definitely promoting this concept, developing the things which definitely can able to help. The other thing I just would like to bring your attention here, I am also the founder and chief mentor of an initiative called Bangalore Green. So the Bangalore Green, I think most of you people are familiar. Bangalore is known for a green from thousands of years. So now last 40 to 50 years, totally the Bangalore is changed. Most of you people might have visited the Bangalore or experienced Bangalore. Always people recollect the old stories. 20 years back, how Bangalore used to be, and now how Bangalore is looking. So because Bangalore is known as the garden city, because we have a Lal Bagh, we have a Kabban Park. You go just a 1 kilometer radius of the city, you will get a beautiful park there. And for every 5,000 to 8,000 people, you have a park, which is again a beautiful park, well-maintained park. So still it is continued. That is the reason the temperature of Bangalore is much below compared than any city, metro cities in India. That is the reason we get highest rainfall in Bangalore city. That is the reason today the global companies across the world, you name the company, whether it is a Microsoft, whether it is a Google, whether it is a Walmart, whether it is a GE, whether it is a Facebook, whether it is a LinkedIn, you name the company of the world, best companies of the world, they want to set up their Indian office at Bangalore. The reason is one, that is the environment. So the success story of today Bangalore growth is not with the government, not with anything, because whatever government it is, every 2 years, 3 years, you see different governments. Just 1 year back, we had a Congress. Now we have a BJP. So it's not a government which is taking Bangalore into next level. Whoever sit in that seat, they enjoy the fruits because the greenery is maintained, the city is maintained cleanly. So last 4 or 5 years, we see a lot of, this greenery, this environment is completely getting damaged because of urbanization, because of large number of people migrating to the city. Today we have closely 12 million people living in Bangalore. Just 20 years back, the population of Bangalore is just 70 lakhs. So today we increased more than 30% of our population in this city. That is the reason. So a lot of trees are cut, a lot of roads are widened. So for that, the affected thing is again the trees and the greenery and the environment. So today, when we are talking about the green, when we are talking about environment, so the environment is like a mother. So if we protect our mother, we take care the environment like mother, then that gives the fruits, that gives the future generation a better prospects. So on this Green Day, I sincerely request all you people to work towards promoting this, because in Bangalore Green, when we started 7-8 years back, our main objective is to maintain that Bangalore Green life. So that is the reason we collaborated with a lot of NGOs, a lot of educational institutions, a lot of universities, a lot of schools, and we went, our volunteers visited these schools, visited these companies, visited these universities, and promoted about the advantages of maintaining the greenery and plantation. Then we are able to see a lot of effect, a lot of technology is used here. For example, the similar like what I showed, this kind of sapling, anyone can come to the website and they can able to donate. And this each sapling will have a barcode. So the barcode will be shared to the person who donated this sampling, and he can track this, the growth of this sapling every day, every minute, every second, using this barcode, how the growth is happening. So this is a very easy technology. This will not cost so much. So anyone can able to implement. So what I'm trying to say, combination with the technology, combination with the digital, can able to do wonders in maintaining the environment, in building the green nations, the green world, because that is the only solution today in front of us to protect our mother nature. So, and to tell you some more on the Bangalore Green, with these kind of initiatives, we are able to do a closely 1 million sapling in a very short time, with the support from large number of people, large number of organizations. And today in most of these government schools and the private schools, they have a large space, even in university. Like we have Bangalore University, which is again known as a green zone. We have 1,000 acres of land, which is provided to the Bangalore University main campus, which is called Jnana Bharati campus. There you can see a lot of, the plantations, a lot of saplings, a lot of plantation drive we done in this campus. And today it looks so greenery when you enter there. The same way, if you look at the Lal Bagh, which is one of the largest botanical garden of the country, it is around 360 acres of land in the heart of the city. It's again Kaban Park. So we are maintaining these all natural gifts which are given by our predecessors. So that's how we have to maintain and we have to protect our natural resources, whatever available today. Otherwise, we will have in future a lot of natural calamities, a lot of pandemic impacts like what we are facing today. So with these few words, I wish all the best to iGen team for bringing these great initiatives and continue this initiative. As you rightly told about the Guinness Book Record, the World Record, we are privileged to do this kind of initiatives in early days. So whatever support from Lead India, which is again started by none other than our Honorable Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, we are ready to support, we are ready to join hands with your organization on this journey, because This is his dream. This is our dream. And this is the nation dream. This is the world dream. Thank you very much for providing this wonderful opportunity to meet all you people digitally here. Thank you.
Thank you, Hari Krishna, sir. It was a great privilege to have you